This notorious serial killer ate his victims. So his name is Jeffrey Dahmer, and he didn't have a good childhood. His early years were marked by instability, as his parents had a tumultuous relationship and later divorced. From a young age, Dahmer displayed disturbing behavior, such as an intense fascination with dead animals. He would collect roadkill, dissect them, and even bleach animal bones, which foreshadowed his later crimes. Despite being intelligent, he became an outcast in high school, heavily drinking by his early teens. In 1978, shortly after graduating from high school, his parents divorced, and his mother moved away with his younger brother, leaving Dahmer alone in the family home. Just weeks after his high school graduation, Dahmer committed his first murder at age 18. He picked up Stephen Hicks, a 19-year-old hitchhiker, invited him to his house for drinks, and when Hicks tried to leave, Dahmer killed him with a dumbbell. He later dismembered the body, crushed the bones, and scattered them in the woods behind his house. After the murder, Dahmer enrolled at Ohio State University, but dropped out due to poor grades in drinking. His father forced him to enlist in the U.S. Army in 1979, but he was discharged in 1981 due to alcoholism. Dahmer moved to Miami for a short time, then returned to Ohio, where he lived with his grandmother in Wisconsin. He was arrested multiple times during this period for minor offenses, such as public indecency and disorderly conduct. However, he did not kill again until 1987. In 1987, Dahmer resumed his killings. He began frequenting gay bars and targeting young men, often from marginalized communities. His typical method involved luring victims to his home, drugging them, strangling them, and then performing disturbing post-mortem acts, including necrophilia, dismemberment, and cannibalism. Between 1987 and 1991, Dahmer murdered 16 more men, each time becoming more brutal. He kept skulls, bones, and even preserved body parts in acid-filled containers. He also took Polaroid photos of his victims' bodies at various stages of dismemberment. His obsession grew, and he experimented with creating zombies by drilling holes into his victims' skulls and pouring acid or boiling water inside in an attempt to make them obedient. But this never worked. On July 22, 1991, Dahmer attempted to lure Tracy Edwards, a 32-year-old man, to his apartment. Edwards managed to escape and flagged down police. When officers entered Dahmer's apartment, they discovered human remains, including severed heads in the fridge, skulls, and bones collected in a drawer, photographs of dismembered bodies, a 57-gallon drum filled with decomposing human remains. Dahmer was immediately arrested. Dahmer confessed in detail to 17 murders, describing his horrifying acts with disturbing calmness. His trial began in January 1992, where he pleaded guilty but argued for insanity. The jury rejected the insanity plea, and he was convicted of 15 counts of murder, receiving 16 life sentences, about 957 years in prison. Dahmer was sent to Columbia Correctional Institution in Wisconsin, where he initially remained isolated. However, he later requested fewer security measures, wanting to interact with other inmates. On November 28, 1994, while performing janitorial work, Dahmer and another inmate, Jesse Anderson, were attacked by Christopher Scarver, a fellow prisoner. Scarver beat Dahmer to death with a metal bar, stating that God had told him to do it.